Welcome to IReadItWeekly, episode 2. I'm TJ.
I'm DCXX Ray. Ruben.
Also known as Rubador.
Rubador, Rubster, Rube Dog, Rube Jeezy.
We got a great show for you today. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, something easy to consume here. This is just a gif of blowing up a dam. Thought this was pretty awesome. Here it
He took
goes.
that from New Orleans.
I don't know. Blowing up a dam, I thought it was pretty badass. Largest mining blast of all time. Oh yeah, I think I watched this. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Just watch like blowing up shit all day, or what?
Yeah,
It's kind of scary, man.
I mean, you're on Reddit. What else are you gonna do?
If a row of hole goes off before
Right after your mom ate that burrito.
Yeah, there's some pretty good videos I saw in here. There's there's this one right here. This one's awesome. Like, people were talking about how if you just let the water go like crazy, it just destroys like everything. But on this one, that's basically what they did. They just like let the water flow like crazy, and it like totally changes the landscape.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Just explodes out of there.
Man, it's such a nice place to live.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I wish
look
we
at
had a
that.
place like that around here.
Yeah. Much better than living in a desert.
Yeah, everyone says like deserts are beautiful. I mean, and in their own way, they kind of are, but
Yeah.
they're still not as beautiful as like forest scenery.
Definitely not beautiful when it's summer.
Yeah, scorching hot. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Alright, bit of video game news that came out. CD Projekt Red, who is the studio behind The Witcher games, they filed a new video game trademark for Gwent, which if you played The Witcher 3 is a trading card game that's inside the game, and people really liked it, and so apparently it seems like they're going to actually make a standalone game. And Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones, but The Witcher 3, that was a really good game. And
And what is it, like Magic or some shit?
I mean, the card game, it's a fairly simple card game where you have cards with different costs, like one costs 1 point, one costs 2 point, up to 9 or whatever, and then I don't remember exactly how it works. It's been a long time since I played it, but some of them have like abilities, and you know, if you compare it to Hearthstone, it's way simpler than Hearthstone. It's fairly simple.
You know what? Nintendo should like come out with an app and do their card game from Super Mario Brothers 3. You know, like the matching one.
Mhm.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
Simple.
I was thinking, why don't they just release like all the classic games, like all of them, on just like a single chip or something
Yeah.
that people can buy and play? You know, like tons of people want to play all those old stuff instead of them pirating it.
Yeah.
They could just like,
That's a lot of property though, like right there. Like
yeah,
if they did that, it would be like I think they would lose money from like the virtual console. Because they charge like $4 a game.
yeah.
At least the last time I was on there.
I know, but there's all these games that aren't even for sale. You can't even buy them anyways. So
Yeah, true. Max Headroom, 1987 broadcast signal intrusion incident. This one's fucking creepy. I don't know. It just comes out of nowhere during a show, and I believe it's on CBS. But
so it's like an actual professional broadcast.
yeah, and I have no idea what the hell it means. It's just really creepy.
Signal intrusion. Do you know how it happened?
I don't. It reminds me of The Purge, kind of.
Is it just unintelligible?
And the dude's like, he says little words and stuff like that, but it's like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know what it all means though.
The heck?
Yeah, there's like a scene where he's getting his ass spanked, and and then it just cuts back to the original broadcast.
Might shine some light on how this happened. Chicago Channel 11, high-end media technicians. So I think maybe an inside job.
Possibly.
Very pricey.
As a television
Oh.
station, you're not gonna want to arrest your techs, kids, and you're very likely to keep this discovery very quiet to save some face. So that might have been the kids from the techs.
Yeah. Could be. It says, for years it's been common tradition for radio and television outfits to share a single or small group of technicians, so could be one putting a joke on the other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's pretty cool.
What the fuck did I just watch? What subreddit is this so creepy? Are creepy?
I usually try to stay out of that one because fuck, sometimes there's like crazy shit in there.
Yeah.
It, like
especially,
traumatizes.
especially during nighttime.
Yes.
Can't believe it's still unsolved. Right. That's funny. This guy got 1 point and the guy below him got 9 points.
This
This
thing is
thing is
posted
posted.
every other week. Oh fuck, I didn't know.
Dang. Okay, negative 1 points. Oh, dude needs to learn how to Reddit.
Oh man, I've seen this one before.
Yeah, see, it's brutal being a kid. You gotta learn everything.
It's like life.
Yeah. There's like people who've never had cell phones or sorry, who've always had cell phones their whole life. Or any kind of technology. They don't know how it was like before. He's using this thing called a straw. Now he forgets how the cup even operates. Yeah. See if there's any good other gifts in here.
Every
Gatorade
Gatorade commercial.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very good, well designed cup there. Coworkers, this is when I'm with my coworkers at work, this is what I see.
Pretty much.
This is probably what our bosses think of us.
I know, dude. That's me at work. So true.
Oh, that's pretty funny here. Passive aggressive, jealousizing. However you say
Evangelizing.
that.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Evangelizing.
Hip hop anonymous.
Yeah, somebody's got the sticker on the back of their car. Are you following Jesus this closely? I mean, that guy's pretty close. Look at that.
Yeah, that guy is pretty close. You can see his reflection on the tire and on the hood.
Yeah.
But I mean, that just makes people want to fuck with you. You know, if you have
Yeah.
something like that on the back of your car, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
And then why would you put words like that? They have to get close to read the shit. You know.
Mhm.
So you're encouraging it just by having it there.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of stickers on cars, to be honest.
Damn, you know, it must be great to be your kid. Come home with like student of the month.
I mean, maybe like one sticker somewhere, but
Like, bro,
one
I'm
sticker's all
sorry,
you
I'm
get.
not a big fan of stickers on cars. You know, you did a good job, but I'm not a fan.
Picture of I think it's in China.
Yeah.
The guy saying, "I don't understand why you would wear shorts at this point." Like, look at how.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Yeah. And it's
I've never seen shit like that over here.
yeah, it's like extreme. This one, it's actually like shorts. It's just
Yeah.
like just completely cut off, I guess. New trend, but
You see the people in the background?
yeah. New trend. Be on the lookout for these.
And it's kind of funny because it's like, you know, eye opening,
Mhm.
and they're Asian, you know, so
Yeah.
get it, eye opening. Hate to break it to you, yellow one is 100% a dude.
Could be. That's racist. The yellow one. No, it's racist.
That's just racist. Oh yeah, I found this one. 90% of CO2 injected into basaltic rock mineralizes within 2 years, permanently removing it from the atmosphere. It's pretty crazy. I mean, anytime they find some shit out like this, it could be this like how we save the world, you know?
Mm-hmm. Wonder if it's practical though.
Might not be. Usually the shit. Heard one with the algae. They were like doing all these experiments on algae. But I mean, it's not practical though with the algae because you have to have a shitload of it, and you have to have a lot of land space, stuff like that. But eventually, though, they might make it practical.
It's posted in our science, so
That's right.
it's legitimate. It's not like our futurology where you know that nothing ever is going to happen that's posted there.
Yeah, I know. They have cool stuff there though sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of that too. Like, couldn't you just plant like a tons of trees?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just plant more trees and stop cutting the ones we have down.
But from my understanding, the algae in the ocean is actually what really does most of the vast majority of cleaning the air.
Well, not if it's dying. I mean, you have coral reefs like dying, everywhere.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
Amazing article there.
When the oceans start to boil, there will be no algae in the oceans.
This is from a subreddit called Abandoned Porn, and basically it's a bunch of pictures of abandoned buildings. I thought this was pretty interesting. Pontiac Silverdome roof shot. Completely abandoned stadium. Apparently, somebody from Canada bought it, and the person tried to sell it, couldn't sell it, and then basically just the whole thing just deteriorated. Roof collapsed, everything. I think if there even is a roof, I don't know if there ever was.
It would be a cool place to throw a party.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should like rent it out.
Imagine how much it would cost though just to buy this, and then it just totally goes to waste. Massive waste of money, that's for sure. Yeah, there's like a whole group of people that go to these abandoned places, and obviously it's illegal to be trespassing there, but they go all over them. Video, like there's YouTube people that have like all sorts of videos of them walking through all these places.
Yeah, I've seen like abandoned churches and abandoned just these nice buildings. Mm-hmm. Some of them are covered with like art on the ceiling, and just abandoned,
Mm-hmm. Or like old famous hotels and theme parks. Those ones are awesome.
WrestleMania 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On this day in pop culture history, both Ghostbusters and Gremlins opened in the theaters.
Wow, that's pretty epic.
Of course, it was 4 days ago, but
that was back in the day. That was back in the day when you look at if you look at movie theaters, like, and what they were playing during those times, like they were playing some original movies, like classics and stuff like that. Like nowadays, you just see sequels and shit on. But I mean, yeah, look at even this guy points it out too. 1984 was an incredible year, and then he just goes on to list like all these fucking like.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, Karate Kid.
So much originality, and you don't see that anymore. It's a shame. Especially like Temple of Doom, like that was my favorite Indiana Jones. I could do without Footloose. I've never seen Romancing the Stone. I've seen pretty much all of those except for Romancing the Stone.
Nightmare on Elm Street. All these unique, mostly.
I haven't seen Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. What caused that?
I know, right? Like
'Cause-
they would just release all kinds of shit, and then people didn't even know what the fuck it was about, but they still
Mhm.
went to go see it. You know, kind of like original shit.
And now it's like a lot of modern day dramas, I guess. I don't know. You get a lot of that stuff. Romance, where it's all just kind of the same.
It's all the same formula. All of it. Our comedies are the same formula. Our fucking action movies are the same formula. Our horror movies are the same formula. You know, like usually full of jump scares and shit like that.
Hmm. Yeah, the horror movies definitely lack originality.
But I mean, no one wants to push the boundaries and come up with an original storyline.
Interesting too, because like recording access to all this recording equipment should be cheaper and easier to get to. It's not the greatest
Exactly.
quality, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are like original movies that come out, but just not like, especially then. You know, you look back on a lot of the things, and they really didn't touch on sequels as much as they do now. And
Mhm.
everything's a reboot, you know, or some shit. A remake, a reboot, you know. It's always
Mhm.
got to be a remake or a reboot. And it's like, why? Like, how many times does fucking Uncle Ben have to die? You know, we fucking get it. You know, Batman's parents. I've seen Batman's parents die like fucking 10 times already, you know? It's like, we fucking get it.
I'm sure we can go to IMDb and just look at all the movies that have made tons of sales this year. A bunch of sequels, most likely. Unoriginal.
It's not even sad anymore to see Batman's parents die. Like, because you all know it's going to happen, and you expect it already, you know? And you're like, oh, alright. It's not shocking.
Netflix used to have a feature where you could watch movies simultaneously with friends via the Xbox. This guy was asking why was this feature removed and why have we never seen it implemented again. I was never even aware of this feature.
You know what? I remember my brother doing something like this. It was actually pretty cool. They used it a lot, but one of the reasons I think they don't use this anymore is bandwidth. Just because Netflix uses up so much bandwidth, and
Mhm.
I don't know,
Oh.
it probably just became an issue.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if both people have a Netflix account, should work. What I think they should
Yeah.
do is they should have a thing on Netflix where it's just a movie that's playing, and like it has a chat box or something, and everybody can just watch the movie. It's just like a random movie that just keeps it changes all the time.
Yeah, that'd be cool as fuck to like make jokes on like the shitty movies they have.
Yeah.
I think that would be sick because sometimes I watch like really shitty movies just because they're like awesomely bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kindergarten Cop 2, that movie is fucking shit, but it was funny though, like in a bad way.
Yeah. See, the original app had party streaming. It was developed by the Xbox team to give it a competitive advantage. So Netflix axed it when they developed their own, I guess. Interesting.
Super Mario level 1-1 stop motion on a cake. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know. It probably took them forever to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if like I had a wedding cake, it would be some shit like that. Just like spinning.
Yeah, he must have had to make a lot of cake stuff to get this to work.
Yep, those blocks right there could have been like brownies or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the dude had like a bunch of shit. He should have put it at the end of the clip.
Oh yeah. You're right. Should have.
Like even the cookie, the Super Mario cookie was like, you watch it how it's animated. Like look at that. How many cookies did it take?
Yeah. I mean, at least once he got the one animation, he could just reuse. Oh, but then he's got the tall one.
Right. I fuck up top ramen, and this guy fucking made a fucking moving cake and shit. It's pretty crazy. And then he fucking died from diabetes after eating it.
I like the gap. It's just like a cut out piece of cake. There it is. See?
Yeah.
Wow. We got a lot of comments here.
That's the only one you need right there. That's everyone's comment. It's like, wow.
Yeah. I've seen this before a long time ago. That's probably why I didn't do so well.
It's a
but,
repost.
Yeah. You posted this, didn't you?
Yeah. Dude.
This is a soccer stadium in Slovakia. It just has a train going right through the middle of it.
Damn, they couldn't have something like that in America. 'Cause somebody
Yeah.
would be getting ran over by the train.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow it.
One person would like jump the fence, get hit by a train, and then no train for anybody after that.
Hmm.
You know, kind of like nope.
We'd ban trains from America.
Yeah, we ban trains like altogether, or at least put restrictions on them.
This would actually be pretty cool. I thought it would be bad at first, but I mean, it's just a short period of time. There's some smoke in the air, but it'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
And oh yeah, and then this guy in the chat, he actually found it on Google Maps. Let's take a look here. Yeah, here it is. It's this field. There's the bleachers. Guess there's a train track that goes right through there.
I like their
Pretty big
design
house.
for their buildings. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It's like a different world, you know?
Yeah.
Like even you look a lot of like the architecture like in Germany and stuff like that, in Belgium, and yeah, it's like a different world. You know?
Hmm.
It'd be cool to go over there one day.
It's their, it's their trainer. So, world's first tattoo gun prosthesis.
Prosthesis, like a prosthetic leg.
Yeah, I thought it'd be prosthetic.
Prosthesis.
But
Yeah,
it says prosthesis. Whatever. It's pretty good. The only problem is he has to tattoo at all times, 24/7 with that thing on.
I know, right?
I guess he can probably take it off.
I mean, that'd be cool though. Like if somebody tells you like to sign your name, you don't even need to find a pen or anything. You're just like. I mean, what if he wanted to be an asshole and just walk around and tattoo people
Mhm.
that didn't want tattoos? You know?
Yeah, while they're sleeping.
Or you fucking pass out around this guy, dude. Fuck, you're fucked. So he's got a beer in one hand and a tattoo gun in the other. You know, like what could go wrong? See there, what the hell, dude? That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's pretty crazy. You could be a villain.
Yeah, alcohol and tattoo guns do not mix. That's like worse than having a real gun.
Got your classic hipster in the background. Let's see, reminds him of this.
Oh yeah. That was from I want to say Judge Dredd. Global PC sales fall to an 8-year low. And people always talk about this, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like PC is doing strong right now. Even when they don't have like dedicated titles like they used to.
Mhm.
Like Doom, you know, Doom should have been a dedicated title. That would have been
Mhm.
sick as fuck. I think that would have been really good for PC.
Yeah. But I mean, it's hardly any different. When you look at the graph, it's not that big of a difference, honestly.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's hardly changed since 2008, but I think the whole gaming industry as a whole is basically in a slump.
And the one thing that I was looking at this too, do they take into account all the parts, you know, that people build, like
Yes.
PC shipments? I'm assuming it includes the parts and stuff like
That's
that.
a good question.
Or does it include, you know, like
Cell phones.
PCs that are already built, you know? True.
And plus, we've had cell phones that have been like enormous sales, and yet PCs have hardly been dented by that. It seems like, anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good sign that even with all those increased cell phones sales, PCs are still doing pretty good.
Yeah, I always assumed that tablets would just like kind of not really wipe out PCs, but pretty much, you know, bring them at least like drop them halfway to where they used to be.
This guy says that PC parts are still a growing market.
Yeah, see, that's what I was touching on too. Like,
Yeah, because mine, I mean,
Because I don't buy a PC, but I'll buy parts for it and just
Yeah.
upgrade it and not
Yeah.
have to worry about it.
Yeah, mine's all custom built. I just upgrade a part when I want to.
Hmm.
A solid PC can last 8 years, according to this guy.
Yeah. Especially people dropping like 2,000 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Should last 8 years.
Yeah. I mean, usually only need to upgrade like one part that might be out of date. Hard drives, I mean, you don't really got to upgrade your hard drive very often. Power supply is usually good for a very long time.
Yeah, usually like monitor, speakers, keyboard, mouse,
Mm-hmm.
case. Usually you don't have to upgrade the case. I upgraded my case because I got a newer one.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, because the cases do change after a while. Like there's a lot of them that hide cables better than
Mm-hmm.
they did. It's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of them that have slots now for solid state drives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, mine's got these special hard drive things that are really easy to deal with.
Yeah.
The ingredient list on this rose water is the stupidest thing I've ever read. So this is like a bottle of rose water,
Yeah.
and it's got like this basically totally ridiculous ingredient label here. It says Vormag water that has been vortexed and magnetized to raise the energy to a higher vibration that we believe to be more beneficial.
That
And-
we believe.
Yeah, it's like this totally. I think it's just a totally made up word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just like
War mag. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. They probably sell that shit for like $20.
yeah. It says recommended in the Edgar case readings.
It's probably
Which
some
is-
Scientology shit.
Yeah, just some scam stuff basically. Whoops.
Like people that buy smart water.
Yeah,
So fucking stupid.
a lot of water. It's like they just pump it from like the same place that everybody gets their tap water. They just like do some extra filtering.
Right?
It's vitamin water.
Manufactures
Yeah.
underwater speakers.
Yeah, underwater speakers. We had one customer buy our speaker so he could play music into the water, then bottle and sell it with its new musical properties.
Wow. People will buy anything. Like honestly, you could fucking
Mhm.
con people.
Yeah.
Like I personally, I don't want to fucking be like that and con people and take their
Mhm.
money and shit. But I mean, you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could put dirt into a bottle and say it's like from the ground zero at 9/11.
Yeah, people believe anything.
Better to always go for the naturally vortex water. More essential eddies and fewer artificial swirls.
Free range.
Yeah. So this post kind of started a trend. There's been a couple posts that made it to the front page, and so this is one of the other such posts where people are making pictures about fake ingredients.
Bee vomit.
So this guy was like, I see your fake ingredient list on this rose water and raise you a real ingredient list on a honey jar. And instead of just calling it honey,
Yeah.
Azure Springs bee vomit contains simple sugars, honeybee, stomach lining, DNA, and allergenic pollens, certified GMO, and hate-free.
That's actually a pretty good one though. I like that one better
Yeah.
than the other one. It's
Yeah.
like that one's actually interesting.
Yeah, at least you're not trying to get ripped off by this one.
Yeah, bee vomit. I thought that was pretty cool. It sounds like something I would want to buy.
Apparently everybody's talking about the hate-free part of it.
Hate free. A lot of vegans don't eat honey.
Mm-hmm. What? Can you explain that? Explain the logic behind that?
And you know what? It sounds really stupid at first. Unless you're vegan, you won't understand.
Mhm.
But a few bees just die in the process of honey, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the main thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I know something about they're not meant to produce honey for us or something like that. I don't know, but
Mm.
it makes me think like, have these people ever killed a cockroach or something? Like
Yeah. What do bees use the honey for, anyways? Is it just food or what? Is it just a byproduct?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah. They'd probably be opposed to natural honey, just collecting it too, I'm sure. If the bees actually use it for something, but
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I don't think it's food. I think they produce it for what the fuck was it? It was for something.
maybe it's just like a byproduct from, because it says bee vomit, so
Possibly.
yeah. So if you see any fake ingredients or anything like that, I'd post it. It's a good way to get karma.
Oh, as soon as we get some viewers on this shit, I know they'll leave comments. And they're gonna be like, bees, you know. Somebody's gonna be a biologist or some shit, you know.
How could you not know this? So there's another trend that's kind of happening right now. It started with this initial post, and this one says, "Don't ever do this to a server. You fuck up their balance, and loud crashing sounds usually ensue."
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I used to work with servers, and it's like anytime you grab something off their tray, it just like it could throw off the entire tray.
I mean,
It's like just let him set it down. You know what the fuck are they doing?
Just look at the guy's face. It's like his mind's exploding, trying to calculate how to actually keep the balance. Sure terror in his eyes.
Fucking numb, man.
Was expecting something computer related, which will relate to what I show you next, but because it said server, that's actually what I thought too when I first read it without seeing what the picture was, because it said server. I thought it was like a computer server. Not bad sketch.
Dude's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Unicycle.
Throwaway draw. I think this guy just like will sketch certain things that are in certain, off of certain titles, certain sub posts. Oh yeah, let me bring up some of the other. So basically, that the guy posted about the server, and then somebody else posted a post with the exact same title. It says, well, it's the exact same title, except this time it was this picture. And
imagine having to work on that.
Yeah. This is what a server room at my work looked like before I got there. Brought it all down, placed everything properly, and redid all the wiring. Not entirely sure it was worth it. That looks pretty cool, actually.
It looks like a hammock. Oh,
Yeah.
the guy's actually in it. I didn't see the guy
Yeah.
there.
From the roof.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so true, dude. That shit used to happen to you all the time.
It's amazing. You just put it in your pocket, you have it folded, and then it should just sit there, and then somehow you take it out, and it's like, how did it possibly get into these knots?
Fucking pocket trolls.
So somebody posted that, and then somebody else posted another one that said, don't forget to tip your server. Kind of like tipping a waiter, but there's a picture of this. And then somebody else posted, don't ever do this to a server. Let's see what it is. Don't ever do this to a server. Oh, it's the same one. Same title again.
Oh, it's like fucking 2 pounds of dust.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy. Was this in a coal mine?
Bitcoin. Mine.
Yeah. So this guy's referencing this. Kind of a trend right now. This kind of server stuff. If you want to collect karma, now you know what to do. And then just general computer related stuff is really popular right now, it seems like. Somebody did the cloud. Cloud computing. That's what it means. It's just in a box that looks like a cloud.
Makes sense. True story. Today I learned the world's most wanted hacker was himself hacked and arrested because his password was his cat's name plus 123. I don't know. I thought this was kind of funny because I don't know. You wouldn't think like a hacker would have that type of password.
Wonder what he's wanted for. What exactly did he do?
Who knows? Maybe no one thought. I mean, maybe he thought no one would ever. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
10
Maybe he did it on
years.
purpose.
See here it says, but to this day he's unsure how agents cracked his Mac's encryption.
It was like Fluffy 123 or some shit.
Wow, that's what
He's
he
got
looked
some
like.
amazing dreads though.
Big difference. Yeah, I saw this post too in the past week. Whose nimble fingers have clicked and tapped their way into the world's computing systems.
Who writes this shit? I know, right?
It makes him sound bad at security, but his cat's name was / 745 _ lean dot Goody dash Zerk job _ fell 8 _ 982 / Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see here. Such a bullshit article.
Bullshit article.
He's caught from the surveillance watching his online chats, and when he'd go offline and into IRL in real life, his online personas wouldn't talk, but when he went back home again, they would. Huh. That's how they figured out it was him 100%. Oh. So basically they had a video camera of wherever he was, and then when he'd leave the house, they were paying attention to who stopped talking, and then when he went back, they paid attention to who started talking again. So they must have figured out who his user name was, I guess. Huh. Yeah, usually a lot of articles are 100% wrong anyways.
Yeah, I know.
We don't know how he was caught, so yeah. Alright. So, something that, this is a pretty interesting video that came out, and it's titled, Did Google Manipulate Search
Hey there, everyone. I'm
for Hillary? And this guy basically has a video where he talks about all these different search terms and how certain search terms will appear with Hillary, Trump, and Bernie. And it's a really good video. Actually, he compares all these different terms and how things show up, and how Google has some really weird results that seem to be really positive for Hillary and pretty negative to Trump and Bernie. Compares it to other search engines, and I highly recommend watching it. Pretty interesting. It seems like they're definitely messing with the search results. Just another way that things are the way the information is being controlled on the internet. Bunch of garbage comments in here. But interesting video to check out. And then, and then this article came out today. Google denies manipulating search engine to hide unflattering posts about Hillary Clinton. And apparently they're saying that it did what it did because if you type somebody's name, it tries to not show things that are negative when it detects a name's been shown. But
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know.
Ted Cruz Zodiac Killer.
Yeah. Apparently that doesn't show up, but well, they don't consider, or I guess it didn't show up, so he's saying that there's some truth to it possibly. So it's up in the air whether it's true or not.
Alphabet wants to beam high-speed internet to your home, thanks to improved computer chips and accurate targeting of wireless signals. Alphabet believe they can transmit internet connections at a gigabit per second. And Alphabet is pretty much the parent company of Google.
Let's see, how much money are we talking about for one of these bad boys? Probably have no idea. Current price for fiber, $100 installation fee, $7 per month. And then he says that the price for wireless is probably the same or close to that, but I don't
I
think
doubt it. Hell no, dude. It'd probably be like fucking double.
he probably has no idea what he's even talking about. He doesn't show any evidence. $500 to $1,000 install and hardware fees.
Jeez. Nothing new has existed for years now. I don't know. I haven't really heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Maybe because I'm
vaguely heard
not
of it,
rich
but
and I can't afford it.
yeah. I don't know. I thought I heard about it a
Only
while ago, and it seemed
$99.
like it was impractical.
Yeah. It'd be cool if it works though. It becomes more practical and
but-
easier, you know, to
Yeah,
get your hands on.
but I don't know. Google Internet, they've been talking about that for a long time, and doesn't seem like it's reached very far, if anywhere. So we'll see if that ever happens. So today, of course, the biggest news event today was the shooting that happened in Florida. 50 people killed, about 50 others injured. And the news, of course, is all over the place, but there was some drama about it on Reddit today from this morning. And as you can see, I'm on the Ask Reddit subreddit, which is a place where you just ask questions. Basically, like, when was the last time your mind was completely blown? And, you know, people answer it with interesting stuff, or what are good extensions for Chrome, or just all sorts of questions that people answer. And then if you look up here, what's interesting is that they have this breaking news post about the Orlando nightclub mass shooting, and you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with the Ask Reddit subreddit? Shouldn't that be on like the news subreddit or world news subreddit? And basically what happened this morning was that, at least it appears, I mean, it's kind of chaotic right now. Nobody really knows what happened exactly, but it seems like there was like censorship going on in the R News subreddit. When I went to it this morning, when I first heard about it, I went to the comments section and everything was just completely deleted. All the comments were deleted. And there were posts being deleted. That's all kind of hearsay, but then that's why, I guess that's why I asked Reddit. They put their own post up because there was no place to actually talk about what was going on. And so you can see they have this post with 7,800 upvotes and tons of comments about the whole event. And people are posting stuff about the whole censorship thing, such as the joke subreddit. This one says, so I went on our news today, and then he has this removed. Yeah. And then I saw this also. This guy posted this from comments elsewhere on Reddit. Kill myself. Basically, if you can see here, apparently this suspicious specialist is a mod on the news subreddit.
Yeah.
And this guy was going through his posts, and he says, this person is acting like a child. Why have they been given the responsibility of moderating a large subreddit? And he says, kill yourself in response.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously he's not too mature about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then there's all sorts of other examples, I guess. Here, it's kind of interesting what's going on. And then, like, if you go to the front page, I mean, it's been a while now since it happened. But there was the Donald subreddit was like all over the front page with talking about the news, and it was like basically the Streisand effect. When you try to censor something on the internet, you just basically bring more attention to it. And that's basically what happened. It was like, they just made it way more apparent of what was happening. And I'm still not exactly sure why exactly they were trying to censor it. I think it had to do with the fact that it was a Muslim that did it, and they were trying to, I don't know what exactly, but that's the only thing I can come up with. But yeah, and then this is a post on the Donald, and it's basically showing what Reddit looks like without, if the Donald wasn't around earlier today. It's just a picture of the front page, and it says not a single mention of the worst U.S. terror attack since 9/11, worst shooting ever, and basically this is just the front page here.
Yeah.
This is what people who've never been to Reddit before and they don't have accounts, and you just go to the front page is what it shows by default. Basically, when you just go to the main website, and you can see, you know, you have all these posts here, and none of them are about the actual event, the shooting, which I think is really interesting, because one of the things I really like about Reddit is you seeing what I thought anyways is that you're supposed to like be informed about what's going on really quickly. Usually it used to be you'd learn about stuff before you even made it onto the news outlets.
Guy takes beer in the middle of a fight. Damn it. I wish you could click on that.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw that earlier. I can pull it up, but it's just interesting because it's supposed to be this place to connect with all the stuff that's happening. And if you have something that's like the worst terror attack since 9/11, you think it should be like on the front page, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Say that one moderator is responsible,
I mean,
or is it multiple moderators?
I think it's multiple.
Oh.
All right, Conjuring 2 is coming out.
Yes, I'm gonna go see that today.
Got an 8.2.
That's
really
pretty
good rating.
solid.
Yeah.
I really like those two actors though, the ones that play Lorraine and Ed Warren.
Yep. Great actors. Glad they came back, because that's a good sign. And if we compare it to the rating to the first Conjuring, it was a 7.5. Really good movie, I thought, for a horror. Really good. And so far, this one's better rating, but it could be just hype. So who knows what it. If
Usually
it's really
they're
that
pretty
good.
decent though, especially when they first come out. They're usually somewhat decent.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles, I might see that one too.
Yeah.
Out of the Shadows.
Yep.
That one looks pretty dope. Might not be the best, but you know, I'm sure it's compared to the other Ninja Turtle movies, it has to be pretty good.
Yeah. Good for what it is.
Yeah.
Warcraft has been out. It's got a really bad Metacritic score, but 7.7 on IMDb.
That's not bad.
Yeah, better than I thought it would be. And
That meta score though.
Yeah.
32.
in the trash.
That is garbage. That movie is fucking garbage. Fucking X-Men.
Apocalypse.
Suckopolypse. Why would they give that a 7? I don't know, man. The ratings are a little off.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone I know that's seen it, he thought it was pretty decent, but he's kind of a fanboy. So
Yeah.
and someone I know has watched this Warcraft. He saw it in the past week, and he liked it. And his wife, who knows nothing about Warcraft, apparently she liked it. She liked it a lot. She thought it was really cool. So I don't know, might be a decent movie. That's all we got for today. This has been I Read It Weekly. I'm TJ.
I'm DCXX Ray. Thank you for joining us.
Yep. See you next week. Don't forget to unsubscribe, dislike, shitpost in the comment section. Also, we have a Twitter, Facebook. Should be linked on our YouTube also. So check those out.
It's been read.
It's been read.